Hey Ashley, so we're going to get working on the other ones you sent me, and I think you're going to see it's kind of very similar to the other ones you were doing. It just involves kind of multiplying numbers by percentages. So we're just getting right into it. So it's number 10. It says Abigail is married and earns $32,500 per year. What is her annual federal withholding? So Abigail earns, make sure you can see it. All right, 32. Pardon me, my pen always goes dry in between writing. There we go. Alrighty. So Abigail earns $32,500 a year, and she's married. That's also an important factor. So she earns $32,500 a year. $30,500 a year. Now, if we look on this chart here, it says, okay, married person is section B, and if they earn between $25,500 and $78,800, it is $1,740 plus 15%. So what we need to do is do a simple equation. So let's call what she owes X. Let's call her federal income withholdings X, right? X equals, well, we know it to be $1,740, right? It's going to be that minimum. Ooh, that was not good. Let's rewrite that. I'm sorry about that. $1,740 minimum plus 15% of her pay. So what is 15% of that, or how we write that into an equation? Well, we could do a parentheses and 32,500 500 times 15%, which, how would you write that in decimal form? You write it as 0.15. And there you go. You got a simple equation, and all you got to do is just kind of put that into a calculator. We'll do the parentheses part first. 30,500 times 15%. We get a nice 4,875. So this now becomes 4,875. Good Lord. 4,875. And we still have our 1,740 over here. And then it just becomes addition. So now we just add 4,875 plus 1,740. And we get 66, oh sorry, we get a total of $6,615. That's all you gotta do on that one. It's just finding those percentages and making sure you write the equation out, understanding what exactly is happening, and just working through the problem. That's 10. So 11, I'll write that down. 10. Number 11 is very, very similar, but now you're dealing with a single person, where the numbers are just a little bit different. It says Nathan is single and earns $19,560 per year. What is his weekly federal withholding? Now, that's where it gets interesting. His weekly federal withholding. So, annually he earns $19,560, right? But we're looking for weekly, right? We're not looking for annual like we did with Abigail here. We're looking for weekly federal. So how do we calculate that? Well, let's look at the chart first, and we'll notice right away that he falls in the category of owing $870 plus 15%. Now, what we have to do is break down his pay into weekly, and there are 52 weeks in a year, so what you need to do is take 19,560 and divide that by 52. Let's put that in a calculator, right? 19,560 divided by 52. We get, why does it give me a fraction like that? Gives me 376. My calculator gave me 850 seconds. So let me do that. 376.1538. That's enough decimal places. There are a lot more, but let's just go with that. So that's his weekly take home. He takes home $376 a week. So that's what he gets per week. We need to figure out how much of that is taken out in tax. So what do? What do you think we got to do? We got to take this and multiply it by the percentage of 15%. So, or rather, we take, oh, so sorry, my battery just went low and it's asking me to Press a button. There we go. I'm gonna plug that in before things happen. Alrighty, so we have this number here, and now we just need to plug it into an equation like we did up here. Let's call his weekly federal earnings Y this time. So Y is going to equal that 870, right? Because he's going to have to pay that minimum, plus his weekly pay times 15%, 0.15, right? And now all we got to do is, again, put that in a calculator. Let's do the parentheses first. 376.1538 times 0.15. And we're going to get 56.42307. And we're going to keep our 870 over here. It was 870, right? Yes, it was. 870 plus 56. And then we have to add that. 870 plus 56.42307, and we get about Y equaling approximately, do a quick rounding here, 926.42307. Oh, I just noticed a mistake of mine, and I apologize for this. Again, I see even I just messed up. If I hadn't, I just realized it while I finished the problem. This is his. This is not the answer actually. I did something very, very wrong here. They're asking for the weekly again, and this 870 comes from the annual payroll period. So if we wanted to do weekly, we need to take just this part here, just this, his weekly pay times the percent that would come out of it. That's what we would take. So really the answer is 56.42307. That's what it should be, because every week that's what would get taken out is 15%. Yeah, that definitely is what it should be. I apologize for that, but that's pretty much how it is. I hope you can see that, right? Because on that chart it tells you it's 870 plus 15%. They wouldn't take this much out of his check, because I mean that's more than his check. It doesn't make any sense. So it's actually not this here, it's that. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, it was just my blunder. See, anyone can mess up. So let's go back up here really quick, and let's do number 12, right? Put number 12 up here. Sorry, I ran out of room. I had to go up. Number 12. So that says Matthew is married and lives in Pennsylvania, which has a state income tax of 3.0%. So state tax, let's just call it state tax, is equivalent to 3.07%, or we should just write that in decimal form because we're not going to have to, 0.0307. That's what it would be in decimal, 0.0307. He earns an annual salary of $47,530. Calculate his monthly take-home pay. All right, so if we do this, so Matthew is married in Pennsylvania. He has a state income tax of 307. He earns an annual salary of this. Calculate his monthly take-home pay. So again, we have to do something very, very similar to what we did with Nathan, except we have to do a little bit more calculating. It's going to be a little bit longer. So let's look at what we know about him. He's married and he makes this much money. So in our chart there, we can see that he falls again in the federal withholdings of $1,740 plus 15% again. Now that he has this, we have to run these numbers kind of through things. Now it wants his monthly take-home pay. So we need to figure out how much he makes per month, and we do that by, you probably know, take this number here and divide that by 12. So let's take 47,000. Let's call this per year, and then we'll put the monthly here. So we need to take, I'm sorry, we're running out of room. Let's put it down here. We'll take 47,530 and divide that by 12. And that's going to give us, like what, 450 bucks? About a little less than 400 bucks, actually. Divide by 12. Yep. Sorry, not 400, 4,000. So it's actually going to equal 10. Why does it do that? Just say 5/6. It's going to equal 3,960, and again, my calculator likes to do fractions, so it did 10/12, because, of course. But it's going to be 390,960.8333, repeating. So we know that is how much he takes home that's his gross check per month. So up here we can fill that information in to be $3,960.83 per month. Now, what we have to worry about in this one is that state tax. That's the one they're adding in here. I don't know if they told you how to calculate state tax, but it's basically just, again, his monthly tax is going to be taken away, and then we have to calculate how much is going to get taken away from his federal taxes, and then we add those together, take them away from the total of here, and that'll get us our answer. So let's start with that. So what we're going to need to do is write an equation for that. Let's call his monthly take-home Z. Let's write an equation. Z is going to equal his gross pay of $3,960 minus, because we have to figure out what taxes are going to be taken out. Let's see, 3,960. I forgot the 833. I'm sorry. Let me rewrite this. I apologize. I forgot that 833 and I can't erase pen. All right, let's rewrite it down here. I'm sorry. Z is going to equal 3,960.833 minus, because we're taking taxes out, 3,960.833 times, and this is where we're going to use the state tax. We're going to take the state tax out first. Oh, I hope you can see this. Let me do a little something here. Hopefully this will work. Ooh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's better. A little bit better. You can kind of see the equation. Oh, it's running out of room. Okay. I'm going to write it out and then I'll show it to you. Hopefully you can see everything. I'm just going to run out of room anyway. Good Lord. You know what? Let me get a new sheet of paper really quickly. I apologize for that. Okay, I get a new sheet of paper here because this one's a little bit longer. Let me take a second to copy everything down here that we had over here. We're on number 12. We said the state tax was 3.0%. If you want to skip probably 20-30 seconds ahead, just kind of, so I'm just gonna have to read all this down. I want to have everything on the same page here. Go ahead and just kind of skip a few seconds. I should have this down. Okay, we got all the information down. I'm just going to go ahead and write out the equation that we need to do. Because remember, we're trying to figure out the equation. I think we can figure it out from here. So, did something come undone? It did. Okay, that's better. So, we were saying Z, let's let Z be what we're looking for. Z being his monthly take-home pay. In other words, his net pay after all the taxes are taken out. So, like we said, we're going to start out with his gross monthly, $3,960.833 minus and this is where it gets a little interesting, right? Minus, we're going to let's first take out the state tax. So to do that, we're going to have to do this. In fact, it's going to have to be two parentheses here, I'm sorry. 3,960.833 times our state tax number of 0.0307 and parentheses plus, that's why we need two parentheses here, plus his gross pay, 0.833, times the federal tax of 15%, and parentheses. Oh, sorry, 15%, or how do we write that? 0.15. So now we have this equation, we just have to do it all. Again, we'll start with the parentheses first, as PEMDAS demands, and we'll just start working in. So let's do that first parenthesis, the first parentheses of 3,960.833 times 0.0307. And that'll give us 121.5975, and there's more decimals, but let's just keep it there. Plus, parentheses over here. Now let's do this part. 3,960 times 15%, or 0.15. Enter. And we should get 594.12495. Now we have these two numbers. We need to add them together, right? And let's bring down the rest of our equation just so everything has continuity. All right, so we still got this part of the parentheses, right? We still got to do this part first before we do this part. And so let's do that. 121.5975 plus 594.12495. And we get a total of 715 and 72245. And again, that's in a parentheses. And then out here, let's bring this down again. 3,960 minus, oops, sorry, 0.833. I always get the fraction. I don't know why I keep bringing the decimal. I apologize. And now all we gotta do is subtract that from that. 3,960.833 minus 715. And again, put in a calculator. 3,960.833 minus 715.72245. And we get it. Now that we do this part, it's going to simplify into our final answer of what z equals. I'm going to put all that here. Z equaling his monthly take-home pay should be $3,245.11, 0.55, or again, z is going to equal approximately $3,245.11. And that should be your answer here. That's 3245.11. That's what it should be. I don't know how they want, that should be how they want you to do it exactly, because again, it's not annual. We're looking for the monthly. At the end of the year during tax season, he would have to pay that additional $1,740. But right now, during his monthly pay, the state tax would come out, and so would the federal tax. So I hope this helps. Let me know if it helps, or is there anything I can do to help. If I got it wrong, definitely let me know. I am not above being wrong. So let me know how it goes. Let me know if you need more help, and have a good day. Stay safe, Miss Ashley.